Still feel the razor-sharp teeth rending her flesh, the silky texture of the fur under her hands. She tried to work it through, but she kept losing track. The medication made her drowsy, messing up her thought processes. Will she be okay? Jack watched her, concern written all over his face. Well, her pupils look good, reactive like they're supposed to be. Her pulse has remained strong. The swelling has gone down to nearly normal. It looks good for her. We will, of course, keep her in for at least another day or two for observation, just to be sure. Dr. Kennedy smiled at Kari, patting her hand before walking to the door. Just take it slow, and everything will be all right. Get your rest now. Have your brother help you bring the level of the bed up a bit. Watch some TV or listen to an audiobook. I'll be back in a few hours. You're lucky Elaine was on shift. Andreas angrily paced the elegant, wood-paneled library. If he stopped moving, he'd be far too tempted to punch someone. She just called. Kari's regained consciousness and will recover. He slammed his hand down onto the side table so hard it split into pieces. Idiot! I told you it wasn't the plan to change her for another month or two, until after I'd met her and she'd gotten to know me. Michael, the man in the chair receiving the angry lecture, winced. His blonde hair fell over his eyes, hiding his expression. Andreas wanted to curl his lip, wanted to cuff his cousin for being so stupid and impulsive. Impulsive was dangerous in general. For werewolves, it could be deadly. Andreas glared at Michael once more as he picked up his stock. Back and forth across the floor. Fists clenched. Rage vibrated through him. His mate had been put in danger, and his plans to meet and woo her without frightening her had been upset. His primal need to protect her, to bring her to him in a way that made her the most comfortable, had been challenged. Lucky for you, the wounds have healed already, so Elaine was able to blow them off and focus on the concussion. She wouldn't allow too close an examination by Kari's brother, so no one saw the bites but Elaine and Henry. Laurent Cole strolled into the room, pausing to sigh at the wreckage of the broken table. You've got to stop breaking the furniture, Andreas. He cleared away the pieces before dusting off his hands, grabbing an apple and tossing himself into a chair. He watched Andreas pensively. What are we going to do? It's too late to delay. The change has already started. Elaine can manage to hold Kari's brother off for a few more days. She told him they plan to keep her there for another 2 days. Obviously, we need to get her out before that attention. There was no real alternative. Her accelerated healing would garner unwanted attention. Laurent nodded. Makes sense. How are we going to handle the brother? With a heavy sigh, Andreas made himself cease prowling. He moved to the chair behind his massive desk, letting the sun shining through the window warm him, calm him. He ran his hands over his face and through his hair. His muscles ached, tight with repressed fury and stress. Yeah, well, I don't have any idea. We don't have a contingency. This wasn't meant to happen for another 2 months. Full moon is in 3 days. She'll need to be here, with us. She can't transform the first time alone. She wouldn't survive. We don't have the luxury of slowly bringing her into the pack. Andreas's voice was weary, resigned. He continued. We'll have to go to her and explain. Or rather, we'll have to bring her here and explain. Make amends. She won't believe us, of course, so that'll make the transformation even more difficult. I hate to start off with her with distrust and fear. I wanted it to be different. Andreas stared out the window at the pine trees surrounding the large house, toward the lake, and sighed. A wolf like him fed on control, but in this situation, he had very little. It ate at him. He deliberately avoided looking back to Michael. His cousin was weak, not in full control of his instincts. Any other wolf in the pack, and Andreas would have beaten the hell out of him. But Michael had always been sheltered, first by his parents, and then by Andreas once he'd taken over from his father.